I need to explain.
Explain what?
Thanks for asking, Frank. Well, of course I need to explain how and what I use to make YouTube videos. Well, let's start off with a few things. One, this is where I do my work, my office. I'm not going to show you the rest of my apartment because it's a wreck. Don't question me, Frank. Before I get into all the technical crap over there, let's admire the decor on my wall. Let's start off over here with this nice Auburn University wall thing. My mom got it for me before I didn't graduate, I was going to say that, but before I left Auburn, dropped out my senior year with only like 5 credits to go. Thanks, YouTube. I like it though. It's a marker of where I came from, and it reminds me of my depression every single Saturday. How about them Weagles? I also got this little mini helmet too. Got this from my dad, which is ironic because none of them are Auburn fans. I just kind of went there. Long story, not important. And over here, this is probably my favorite thing in the entire office. My girlfriend made me this little not the expert sign thing one year for Christmas. And I gotta say, it is beautiful. I love this thing. Really brightens up the room. Well, I mean, it's black, so it does the opposite. But you know what I mean. Gives it character. And over here, we have the Ego Booster 9000, the 100,000 subscriber plaque from YouTube. Nice. If you look down here, we got a little, this is a little Easter egg, I guess you could say. I went to a EA Play one year, and look at the boys. We got one TD Barrett, we got Yo Boy Pizza, one Bengal right there in the back. We got RBT, me mugging it, and then there's me, looking like a clown. And if you look real close, it says, "That's what she said," because, that's a thing I say a lot. Up here, we got a picture of me and my girlfriend, Christy, at a Birmingham Iron game. Rest in peace, AAF. Good times, though, good times. Oh, and of course, how could we ever forget Frank? Or excuse me, Festive Frank. I will not disrespect you anymore. Shake my hand. You're literally made of plastic. That'd be a good meme. You changed my life. I'm literally a Fejka. Isn't Frank beautiful up close? You could almost smell him. Doesn't he smell awful? I'm kidding. He doesn't smell like anything. He's made of plastic. But just below Frank, we have good old Peter the Panda from the UGF days. We still got him around. Next to him, we have the generic YouTube pillow and my pillow that you can pick up on Teespring. And I will make like 20 cents, but it's for the good memes. Because I'm at the bottom because I'm what most would call an idiot. So that's most of the crap around my office, but now let's look at the stuff I actually use to make videos. So first off, most everything in here you'll notice is designed to solve a problem. And if you guessed correctly, yes, I am the one who creates all of the problems. Also, I'll do my best to include some Amazon links in the description below, but full disclosure, I will get a small commission if you use my links to purchase them. Thanks. First thing you'll notice, I got 2 computers. I got one iMac to where I edit on. I'm kind of a slave to the Final Cut program. I've used Premiere before, but I just don't like it very much, so I'm stuck with Final Cut. Down here is my gaming machine. It's a custom-built PC. I can leave all the specs down here. It's kind of all over the place, but gets the job done, and I can play Cyberpunk in like 20 frames per second, so suck on them apples, nerds. Over here, it looks like we got Frank's little child. I guess we can call it Francis? I don't know. When you're stuck in this office all day, you need a little bit of green, and Frank's behind me, so I need this thing in front of me. These 2 glaring lights at you is what I stare at all the time when I'm recording videos. They don't get very hot, thankfully, because they're LEDs, but they get pretty bright. And what's nice about these is I can control them right here. I can turn it all the way down, or I can turn it all the way up.
Peace up. A-Town down.
Nice. To have soft boxes, and they were massive, taking up tons of space. Here I have like a 10 foot by 10 foot space. Not a lot to work with here. It gets the job done, and these, you can clamp them right on the desk. Very, very clutch. This couch over here is it's mainly for my dog to take her naps and watch me play video games. It's a pretty good couch, fills out the room, because otherwise it would just be an empty space. This is where I record all my VR videos, by the way. This little space right here, so you can imagine I'm hitting the wall quite frequently. And my desk is taking quite a beating. So this desk, I got it from IKEA. It's actually 2 little, what do you call it? Yeah, like little shelf things. I keep my consoles down here because it's stowed away. Got all the games in there. I don't know if you can see it. I just screwed them together. This is just a plank of wood from IKEA. It's completely unfinished wood though, so I have to use coasters every single time or it will get water damaged. And then I put a little headphone holder thing and just got it from Amazon and slammed it up here and boom. Got my SteelSeries headphones out here. either game with them, sometimes I edit with them. But if you're an audiophile, it's probably not going to get the job done there, but I don't care. I just make YouTube videos. Got the PS3 out here, all those good games. NCAA 14, literally have 2 copies. Because you never know when one was going to break down and the UGF days needed to make sure it was good to go. Up here we got the PS4. I actually don't use this that much. Mainly do a lot of retro gaming, so this one, well, I guess now it's considered retro, which is weird to say. And if you go to the other side, you got the Xbox 360, and the original Xbox is literally stowed there at the bottom, but I rarely ever use that. It's been a while. This is a Herman Miller chair. If you know anything about these, they're quite expensive, and you might roast me for getting such an expensive office chair, but I've had this baby for years. It doesn't hurt my back. Got all them ergonomics crap that they talk about. Feels good. And I sit here for several hours every single day, so I feel like I needed to invest in a good chair. Also, I needed to invest in this footrest here on the bottom. This thing is awesome. I mean, look at that. Just plop them puppies down there and you're feeling good gaming. Or you can flip it to the other side, the dirty side, and just rock this baby around. Look at that. Do you like my calves? My cable management is a bit of a mess. Trust me, when I first set everything up, it was clean. You couldn't see any wires or anything. It was nice. But then, of course, I'm always moving wires. Always bringing like HDMI cords over here, plugging it into a different system. It's a bit complicated, but we make it work. But when you look from this angle, you don't see much down there, right? Except for over there, that thing's falling apart. But when you go down here, it's all like stored up in a little like storage casing. I don't know. Cable management box. Keeps me from like kicking or accidentally unplugging any wires when I'm playing. Took hours, but it was worth it. I'm gonna go to the back of the desk. You can see I have my capture cards down here. I use the HD60S, the Elgato capture cards. And I also got the one that's plugged into my PC back there. You know, I don't feel like going all the way back over there right now because you can see how many freaking wires are over here. It's kind of hideous to look at from this side, but that's why we stay on that side. You don't see many wires. I feel a lot less stressed when I'm over here, but when I look at this, oh my God, I want to die. 2 monitors right here. Both of them are 1080p, but this one over here is 240 hertz. So that way I can get up to 240 frames when I'm playing some games, like an FPS game like Doom Eternal or something. Which is a great game, by the way. Game of the year in my opinion. This one over here keeps like my Discord and like, I guess like chat if I'm streaming. I don't usually play with it like this because I have to flip this monitor into like a portrait mode so you can reveal this camera behind it. You can see that over there, yep. Hidden back there. Basic keyboard and mouse, I guess. I don't know. Don't really know much to say about that. If you're wondering what this thing is on top of this monitor, this is the Dolphin bar for the Dolphin emulator. This is supposed to allow you to play Wii games on the computer, but I've had an issue with it. I haven't been able to connect my Wiimote to it yet. I bought it the other day, tried to make it work because I really want to play Wii Sports, so if you have a workaround, if you know what issues might arise from doing this, please help me out because I can't seem to figure it out. When I'm actually recording, it doesn't look like this. I'll actually set it up to where it looks like. See, I gotta flip this bad boy. Quickly flip that guy into portrait. Shove him down out the way. Get out of here. So this is typically what my recording setup looks like. So like, let's say I'm emulating NFL Street right now on the Dolphin emulator, which is by far the best. Very easy to use. I highly recommend it. I use OBS Studio to record my videos, at least on computer. And I use like a lot of the capture cards if I'm using console. But I always use my face cam through OBS. While that's going over there, I have my Audacity going, which controls my microphone. I record this separately so it's easier to mess with in post. You can see the game audio going right here under the Astro Mix Pro amp, which is this guy right here. Over there in the corner, I have my Canon 80D and it's hooked up to the Elgato Cam Link, and it's got like a little HDMI cord that runs into my computer. And it also has like a little battery adapter thing that's always plugged into an outlet. So it's never running out of battery. I don't have to change out that. I mean, there's probably an SD card in it, but it's not necessary because all the recordings go into my computer and are stored here. So it's got like a live view from that. As long as that's turned on, you can see me here. Hey, how's it going? And the microphone I use is the Shure SM7B. This baby is a beast. It's pretty expensive at like, what, 400 bucks or something. There's many reasons why I love this. Well, one, this crane thing, I can easily just, you know, shove it out the way like that. It's out of my way. I can game in peace. Oh, I can breathe here. It's amazing. And even when it is in my face, it's pretty easy to like maneuver around. I can move it up and down, all good to go. And just listen to that.
Doesn't it sound nice and crispy?
This microphone has probably some of the best background noise cancellation I've seen of any microphone I've used. First microphone I ever used was the Blue Snowball. That thing was kind of garbage. That thing would pick up literally everything within a 2-mile radius.
Microphone that I actually thought I sounded the best on was the Blue Yeti. I had that thing for several years. It's what I recorded the entirety of UGF on, and I still think my voice sounds better on that microphone than this one, but I like this one more because the noise cancellation makes my life a lot easier. You're gonna need the USB adapter to plug it into your computer. I use the Scarlett Focusrite USB adapter thing, and alongside that you're also going to need the cloud lifter. This microphone at its base, it's so extremely low in the decibel count or whatever, I don't know what I'm talking about, but think about this. It's very quiet. This thing helps make it a little bit louder so it's even usable, and this thing helps you connect it to your computer and you can adjust it. So there's a big investment to get this microphone. This alone will not help you make good videos. You gotta actually have, something to say, some good content to provide people. And that little thing right next to it is the Astro Mix Pro amp. So if you're recording on a console and you need to be able to hear it going through your PC and the game audio, this allows you to do that. It splits it into two different channels. Yeah, you can either go through the game or the voice, and you can lower the master volume. I love that thing. I used to have a lot of headaches dealing with the audio from like the gameplay. It would be laggy, but now that thing's clutch. That thing is amazing. Astro Mix Pro amp, can't recommend it enough. Next thing I use, of course, is what I call the CrossFit of gaming, VR. The reason I call it that is because once you start VR gaming, you can't shut up about it. I tell all my YouTube friends about VR stuff all the time, and they're like, okay, cool, please shut up. I use the Oculus Rift S, by the way. It's not the top of the line one. Probably the best headset you could get is the Valve Index, but that thing is crazy expensive, and this one does just fine. But if you're trying to get into VR gaming for the first time and you don't plan on recording anything, I'd recommend the Oculus Quest 2. That one is completely wireless. You don't need a high-end PC to be able to run it. You can still play a lot of fun games. The biggest challenge you'll run into is probably the audio side. There's kind of a lot of hurdles you have to get through when recording VR. One, you need to get the Oculus mirror set up so you can actually see yourself, like look around in the environment. So look at this. You can see my hands. Well, I guess they're little sabers right now. Moving around, you can see me, and you can see what I see, and it's not like a distorted version that they have like when games boot up themselves. And the audio side, you're going to need to be able to hear yourself as well. And the thing you're going to need for that is this little external microphone. I forget the name of it, but there's a link in the description below. It's kind of expensive, but I found that even like lavalier mics don't work that well because you need it to always be where you're looking. It comes with this little magnetic sticky thing, so it always just pops on, and it's right here. It's wireless, it's Bluetooth, so it goes to like a little adapter in my computer, which can also be run through Audacity, which records it just like I would with my other microphone, and it's good to go. It's real nice. I like it a lot. And now you can see me just fine in VR. Now let's saber some beats. And when I'm done with my VR stuff, I stick it over here in this corner on the box that it came with. And then I charge my wireless microphone right here. Everything's got to have a little home here because this is such a small space. Even under the couch, I store paper towels, a bunch of camera equipment and stuff. And this closet over here doubles as a closet for all my clothes, so I can, not get demonetized for being naked on YouTube videos. Got a vacuum cleaner down there, and I store a bunch of crap down here. Look, it's a Wiimote. I really want it to work because, I want to play Wii Sports. Also, I do need to mention this video is sponsored by Thrustmaster. When I do use these emulators, I use the eSwap X Pro controller from Thrustmaster. This thing is amazing. Let's say you wanted the joystick up there. That's pretty easy. Just move it up over there. You take out this part. But I like to have my joysticks down there. If you want to pick up the eSwap X Pro controller, there's a link at the top of the description below. Well, I hope this was enjoyable for you, taking a peek behind the curtain and seeing how I do things. I'm not the most professional person. I wouldn't do everything the way I do it because there's probably a better way for a lot of these things. But that's what I've learned about life. I guess you don't have to be the expert to do a lot of things. Basically what I mean is you don't have to have complete knowledge of everything to try and do something. Like a lot of these things I figured out along my way. And we have the internet, which helps us a lot, and there's other people on YouTube handing out free tutorials all over the place. It's awesome. Just a few days ago, I was trying to figure out some VR problem, and I was watching a tutorial from a guy with 20 subs who was like 12 years old showing me how to use it. But hey, that's just the circle of life. I don't know a lot about anything, but I'll say this. If you work hard with passion and you constantly invest in yourself, there's not much that can stop you from succeeding on this platform. Unless you're ugly, then you're kind of screwed. I'm kidding, Frank. It's a joke. I feel like I've rambled for ages, so I just want to say thank you guys for watching. You're all legends in my book, and as for me, I am Drew Morris, big old Drewski, not the expert. And I'll see all you guys in my next video. Peace.